There's a subversive element in Third Eye Blind, and there is a political element in Third Eye Blind that has been evidenced on the first album in songs like Jumper, that deals with a friend's suicide because he was gay, and on songs like Graduate, that I think is just really, from its core about, sort of us against the powers that be. So there has been sort of a political side to the band, and that's one that we continue on this record. Perhaps it's a bit more incendiary.
We just made a record. We just made our music like we always do, and some of the songs rock and some of the songs don't rock. Or, what is rocking? You know what I mean? It's like we just did our thing, and it is what it is.
We as a culture, and the consumers, glamorize violence and suffering. We're addicted to, basically, we're a snuff film society. And we love this in music, and we're the ones who buy it. We buy it. And so it was sort of a parody through this nightmare lullaby of a song, of a culture that glamorizes violence and suffering. So I made this very sweet song, and in this it says, Miss Jones taught me English, but I think I just shot her son, 'cause he owed me money. With a bullet in the chest you cannot run. In the wake of post-Columbine headlines, which is the society we live in, the label thought that the message of the song would get misconstrued, and that this would be the overriding focus of the album. So the offer was that we could put this out ourselves on our own label, on sort of an independent distribution. So sometime next year, people can look forward to another album, because we're going to get to make like an 8-song album of new songs that are going to have that will have the song Slow Motion as it was intended to be heard.
Yeah, I'm not really crazy about that, I don't know what to say about it. I don't know, man. It was kind of out of my hands. I think it's kind of weak, actually.
As far as Slow Motion goes, I believe very strongly in gun control. Charles Heston, is that his name? Charlton? Can kiss my ass. He's the most well-spoken idiot I've ever seen in my life, and has no understanding of the Constitution of the United States. The British aren't coming, you fool. So that's my belief, and I believe that you can address issues like gun violence, like suicide, or sexual assault, as we did in the song "Wounded," without being preachy, without underestimating the intelligence of the audience, and without being defanged.
I think some people probably want us to fail. Probably a lot of people, a lot of writers. I don't really care.
There's a line in the song "1,000 Julys" that says, "We toast the blood of our enemies." I mean, Third Eye Blind is family, and I'm not interested in having people mess with that, with my folks, That's how I feel about it. That we're malicious. I don't think that's true. I really don't think we are. I think I think oftentimes when you meet us, we're not, the thuggish fighting, bottle smashing bastards that you thought that we might be.
Feuds in general and just being catty with other bands and having fights with it's just kind of a waste of time, I'm not really big on it.
I love the Police, and they were a band that sort of took a hold of the time that they were in, and made this soundtrack for it. All the best bands that I love were like that. The other one that I would emulate would be The Clash.
I listen to this band called the Manic Street Preachers a lot. You ever heard of them? Yeah, I like those guys. Supergrass, I love Supergrass. Nah, I just like, my favorite rock and roll bands are British for some reason. I don't know why, but just are.
I've been tackled by a naked girl, and I would describe her body as plush and voluptuous. She got on top of me, and on stage in front of, I don't know, 8,000 people, and she grinded on me. And it was very rock. It was a deeply rock moment. And as this strange girl was about to be pulled off me, and she was grinding on me, and I was singing away, I thought, this is so fucking rock.
I like to clean my house. I don't know if that's off the deep end, but I feel kind of weird about it sometimes, but I can't stand to turn into like some kind of weird neat freak. Some Felix Unger-ish. It's bizarre, you know? Because I used to just have like total messy room, you know, kid stuff. Totally changed.